Okay, dear children, very good evening to all of you. I hope that you are doing well, right? I know that there are wars, right? And then poor crisis and all these things, right? So then children, no worries, right? You don't need petrol and some expenses also, right? So children, we are going to start our third unit, right? Third unit, which is called as water as a natural resource, right? Water as a natural resource. I hope that you have printed your tute, right? ඔයාලගේ tute එක print කරගෙන ඇති කියලා මම හිතනවා, right? And then children, I hope that you are preparing and you are making your writing book also. අර මම දාලා තිබුණානේ I sent you a sample how we can prepare your writing book, how you can make your writing book. Likewise, okay. So children, same note, but you are writing in that in your writing book also, right? Okay. So those are the advertisements, right? Enang welada දැන්වීම් වාරය අවසానයි. Children, don't chat with each other, right? Chat with your friends, don't chat with them. Okay, children. So this is because actually it may be disturb for other student. Okay, children. So then children, maintain yourselves, maintain your disciplines during the class, right? So then children, if you have any problem, you can direct message me and then you can clarify your doubts. Okay, children. Right. So children, today we have lot of experiments to be discussed in this lesson, water as a natural resource. Okay, right. So children, we'll move with our today's discussion, right? Okay, so give me a second. All right. Okay, dear children. Okay, so I think that you have printed this tute. Okay, water as a natural resource. We'll move with the discussion. Okay, right. So you can see, right? There's a nice drop of water. There's a nice drop of water. This water is much important for our life. Children, what is water? Without water, we cannot live, right? We cannot live without water. වතුර නැතුව ජීවත් වෙන්න බැහැ, right? Okay, so children, water is one of the most vital resources, vital for life on earth. Vital means most essential. Essential means most important, right? Vital, right? ප්‍රධාන සම්පතක් නැත්නම් ප්‍රධාන දෙයක් life on earth, right? පෘථුවියේ පැවැත්මට ජීවයට, right? It requires this. Give me a second now. Right, okay. So here, water is one of the most vital resource. Resource means children, sampata, resource, vital resource. වටිනා සම්පතක් නැත්නම් ගොඩක් වැදගත් දෙයක්, right? So children, without water, we cannot think about the life on this earth. Okay, children? Right. So children, it supports ecosystem. Children, sometimes you may don't know these terms. ඔයාලා දන්නේ නැති terms තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Here children, water is one of the most vital resource. Right? Resource means sampata. Sampata. Right? Okay, that is kind of a vital thing for life on the earth. Right? And it supports ecosystems. Ecosystem. Ecological system. Ecology means parisaraya, environment, right? Ecosystems. Ecosystem means all the collected ecological systems, right? Parisara paddhati, ecosystems. Parisara paddhati, right? Parisara Paddhati, ecosystems. Ecosystems include all living and non-living components. Jeevat vana, jeevat novana, right? And then sustains human activities. You know, children, without water, we cannot watering plants, we cannot wash our dishes, and we cannot have a bath, right? And then we cannot wash our face, and we cannot drink anything, right? We cannot maintain our life, right? Okay, so then children, and is present various forms in our environment. Children, water, we can see different states in different environments, right? So you know, children, in wells, in rivers, in lakes, right? It has liquid water, liquid water. You know what is liquid state? Dravavastava, liquid water available in tanks, streams, wells, sea, right? So then children, gaseous water available when boiled water. When we boil water, you can see that water vapor going out, jalavashpa, the gaseous state of water, right? Water vapor going out, right? And in addition to that, children, if you have seen some videos of Antarctic continent, right? And then you may have seen that there are solid states of water as ice, glaciers, likewise, right? So children, water available in 3 states: solid, liquids, and gases. So we'll discuss about further more things under this lesson. Okay, right? Children, states of water. States of water. States means, children, avastha. Can you remember we discussed what are the 3 states of matter? This is states of water. States of water. So that means jalaye avastha, right? Avastha, right? So here, children, states of water, right? How water can be present. How water can be present on this earth, right? Okay. So children, water exists in, you know, children, if you can see in my diagram, here children, this is solid state. You can see ice cubes available. Ice cubes available, right? Ice cubes, that is solid state, right? And children, here you can see, right? Water vapor coming out. Water vapor coming out, dear children. Water vapor, right? So then children, water vapor means that is the gaseous state, right? That is the gaseous state, right? And children, you can see here furthermore, that is liquid state. Liquid
Excuse me,
state.
teacher.
Yes.
What is the page number?
Wait. Still I didn't announce the page number, right? Here children, this is the liquid state of water. Liquid state. Drava avastava. Liquid state. Okay children. So first of all, solid state, right? Liquid state, and then the gaseous state. You can see a water vapor is moving out, right? Actually, when we boil water. Okay, children? Right. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Okay. So now you know what are the states of water. Okay. Right. So then we'll move with the next. Right. So now children, turn to the page number 3. Turn to the page number 3. Page number 3. Turn to the page number 3. Here, this one. Page number 3. තුන්වෙනි පිටට පෙරලා ගන්නකෝ. Okay? Children, solid state of water. Jalaye ghana avasthav, solid state of water. Okay, children. So solid state means, children, right? So solid states of water means, children, ice, right? That is solid, ice. Glaciers, right? Ice. Glaciers. Snow, that is also one of the solid state and the example, right? So basically, ice, glaciers, snow are solid states of water, children. Solid states. Okay? Some of the examples for that. Okay? So in the page number 3, here we can write down examples for solid states of water. Under that, we'll write down here ice, right? Glaciers, right? Snow, ice, glaciers, snow. Quickly write down that one. Right? So children, what are called as glaciers? Glaciers are bigger than ice, right? Okay, so these are very big, massive ice cubes like structures which is floating on sea, right? North Sea and Antarctic Ocean, right? Always. Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, right? On the sea water, these ice cubes, large ice cubes, which is called as glaciers, are floating on this water, right? සාගර ජලය මත ලොකු ice cube විදිහට පාවෙන ඒවා තමයි මේ glaciers කියන්නේ. These are the glaciers, okay? Ice, glaciers and snow are the examples for solid states of water. Okay, children? Have you finished writing, dear children?
Yes, teacher.
You need more time?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
No, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay, some says yes, some says no, right?
No, teacher.
Okay, so children, can you see that the glaciers which is floating on water here in this diagram, right? Yeah, some particles of glaciers, right? So sometimes we can see some breakages on this so actually here this glaciers, and then these are floating on water, right? If you get a chance, right? So if you do marine engineering one day, you will get a chance, right? Go there by a ship, and then you can have a look about how these ice particles and then glaciers are floating on water, right? North Sea, right? Likewise, okay? Right. Have you written finish? ඉවරයි ඇති නේද? Right?
Yes,
3
teacher.
points. Yeah. Right. So then we'll move with the next. එහෙනම් ඊළඟ එකට යමු. Children, water in liquid state. Liquid state means simply, right? Simply, this is the state. Liquid state of water, right? Okay. So children, examples for liquid states of water, right? So children, well water, right? Water in lakes, right? And then water in streams, right? Are some examples where that we can see liquid states in water. Okay, children? We'll quickly write down liquid water state means that is liquid. Okay? Right. So here we'll write down that one. Water in well, wells, water in rivers, right? And then,
Water in lakes.
sorry? Yes, water in lakes. ඔය ඔක්කොම ගන්න පුළුවනි ඈ. Right?
Water.
වැවේ තියෙන වතුර, ගඟේ තියෙන වතුර, right? ලිඳේ තියෙන වතුර, well, river, lakes, right? This
Water
is
in sea.
liquid state of water. Yes?
Water in sea.
Yes, water in sea, very good. Yes. Water in
springs.
ocean.
Water
Yes.
in springs.
Sorry?
Water in pond.
Water in pond, yes. Right? All are in liquid states. Right? Okay. Water in ocean.
Water
Right?
in
But children,
pond.
when you, yeah, imagine that when you go near to, right, you know, winter season of
Water in
near to
tank.
north, right? Sorry?
Water in
Yes,
tank.
thanks. Yes, yes, very good. Yes. 3 is enough. Tunak kati. Okay?
Rainwater.
Rainwater, very good. Yes, rainwater also. Rainwater. Good. Rainwater, vesijalaya, rainwater, which is flowing onto the, actually, which is falling onto the ground. Yes, your idea is correct, dear children.
Teacher, what about groundwater?
Yes, groundwater also. Liquid state, no? Yes. So that is depending on the availability and all these things, right? Here, all together, it available as liquid water. Yes, good. Okay. Have you finished? Yes? Yes?
Teacher, marine water.
Yes. Marine water, that is water available in ocean.
No,
Sagare-
teacher.
Sorry?
Finish,
Now.
teacher.
Okay.
Madam, water in lagoons.
Water in lagoons, that is also liquid states tamai. Okay?
Okay, madam.
Okay. Okay, dear children, finished? Okay. Right. We shall move with the next. Water in gaseous state. Right? Imagine that before you log into the class, your mama may prepared a cup of tea for you. Right? You observe that water vapor coming out of your cup. Right? So did you observe that? If you had a kind of a tea, right? Okay. So children, what is that? That is gaseous state of water, right? Okay. So children, what are the examples for gaseous state of water, right? So then water vapor release in boiling water, right? Okay. Jalaya karanakota, when we are boiling water, water vapor release out. Okay. So that is the examples, right? Okay. So here we have only one. Because of increment of the temperature of water, we can see that water release water vapor. Okay. Right. So then gaseous state of water. I'm writing this one when water boils, water vapor release, water vapor release, right? Okay, so that is also one of the examples for gaseous state of water, right? Here you can see, according to the way that I explain you, right? When you boil water, you can see some of the water going out as a water vapor, okay?
Finish, teacher.
Okay.
No,
All right.
teacher.
Okay.
Madam, is missed correct?
Sorry.
Missed.
Where?
No, madam, is missed. Water in
You missed here this place.
No, madam, in gas estate.
Okay.
Is missed correct, madam? For answer
Yeah.
is missed. Can we write missed for the answer? For the next example for gaseous states in water, can we write the answer as
Yes, yes. Missed. Yeah, I understand that missed. Likewise. But I only missed wage. Right? Okay. So you are explaining about missed. Midum.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Missed. Yeah. Missed also we can get. Right? So thank you for that also. Missed. That means misty condition means what? Because of the water vapor collected throughout the area at the dawn of the day. Dawn means aluyam kale, right? Before the morning time, before sun rises, sometimes after actually near to the rising of the sun, we can see mist, right? Water vapor available in surrounded environment. Yes, but children, mist is not formed as a result of boiling, right? Okay, so children, mist also kind of water vapor because of the changing of the temperature on the earth's surface also, right? Meeduma, mihiyen nagina doom kiyalani kiyan meedum, right? So that means mist, right? That is also includes water vapor. Good.
Thank you, madam.
එකත් හරි. But it is not increasing the temperature. එහෙමනොත් එහෙම මීදුම තියෙන වෙලාවට අපිට යන්න බැරි වෙයි ඇඟ පිච්චෙන්න ගනිනේ. Right? Okay. So then it may burn our skin. Right? If it is not forming because of the boiling of water. Right? Okay. So this is related to cooling down and all these actually changes of the temperature on the ground. Okay. Right. Children finished? ඉවරයි තිනේ මං හිතන්නේ.
Yes, madam.
Okay, right. Okay,
Yes, teacher.
right. Yes. Children, we are going to do this practical in the classroom, right? Turn to the page number 11. Dear children, turn to the page number 11. Okay? Here, first of all, I'll explain what we have to do, right? Here, children, we need some ice cubes. Some ice cubes we need, and we need a test tube or a boiling tube, boiling tube. If I show you, this is the boiling tube that I am using, right? Boiling tube means kakarum nale, right? This is the boiling tube, and children, this is test tube holder. This is test tube holder, right? And this is boiling tube, kakarum nale. So we use this boiling tube for heating purposes. During actually inside the laboratory for the heating purposes, we use this boiling tube. Okay, right. And children, we need a burner, right? Here, children, as a burner, we can use a Bunsen burner, or else we can use, here we can use a street lamp also, right? This is one of the lamp that I prepared for my works, right? We can use street lamp also, right? අපිට street lamp පොකුත් පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන් if you don't have a Bunsen burner. Okay, right. Okay, so children, what we are going to do, I'll show you what we gonna do, right? Okay. Here, wait. Give me a second.
Bye.
Children, here, first of all, I am getting ice cubes, right? This is solid state of water, ice cubes, right? You can see ice cubes available on my hand, right? And then very carefully, I am putting these ice cubes into this boiling tube. All right? Okay. Okay, children. Now, what I am going to do, now you can see the ice cubes, which is water available as a solid state. Okay, so this is the solid state of water, right? Now, I have put it into boiling tube. Okay, right. Now, I am going to light up my burner. Okay, children. Right. Children, keep it in your mind, when we are handling this equipment or the burner, we have to keep our test tube holder and this Bunsen burner out from our body. අපේ body එකෙන් එළියට තමයි මේක තියාගන්න. Right? Okay? Okay, children, now I am heating. All right. Here I am using kerosene oil for this. That's why we can see here black colored, carbon resided around this test tube, right? I'll just wipe it out and then I'll show you what will happen, right? Okay. Beta. I'm just heating up this test tube and then I have, actually this is not test tube, this is boiling tube, right? Wait. Here children, you can see carbon resided around this boiling tube. Now I'm going to wipe it up, right? Okay. So children, now can you see water? Ice cubes convert into water. Did you observe it? Dakada?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
We can't see you.
You cannot see me?
I can see.
Yeah, you can see
I
me.
can see me.
Okay. Now you can see me. Right. Children, what happened to the ice cubes?
Yes.
What happened to the ice cubes?
They
Ice
melted.
cubes?
They
Yes, melted and then it
Yes,
converted into liquid. Solid state convert into liquid state. Furthermore, if I supplied heat, right, we'll see what will happen. Have to wait about few time until this liquid water convert into gaseous state, right? We have to wait until this liquid water converts into water vapor. Children, I can hear the sound now. Children, can you see water vapor has formed on the walls of this test tube? Can you see that? Water vapor is going out.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, right.
madam.
You
I
can
can
see.
see.
Yeah, here you can see on the walls of the test tube or the boiling tube, you can see that steam is
Yes,
released.
madam. I can.
Yeah, the sound also coming right now, right? Okay, so now I can see some formation of water
I
bubbles.
can't hear that.
Yeah, here you can see water vapor forms. Here you can see now. I hope that now you can see.
Yes, madam. We can see it.
We can see bubbles also.
Yes. Okay, children, can you see that steam is going?
Yes, madam.
Yes, okay, good.
Teacher.
Right. All right. So then, all right. Now, that observation, I hope that you got very clear. Okay, children? Right. Okay. So then we'll keep this aside.
Yes, madam. It's so clear.
Right. Okay. All right. So children, they are telling that place the ice cubes into the test tube. You observed that what we did. And heating processes, that means we have to gently heat the test tube. Gently heat means tika heat karan, right? Okay. So then we don't need to hurry with that experiments because we work with our burners also, right? Okay. So then using the burner as shown in the figure. Right, children, did you observe that how I handle the equipment? Right, I kept my boiling tube and the burner so that with a small tilt, body angle එකකින් තියන්නේ. ඇයි? When this water heated, this steam can going out and sometimes it can damage for our face also, right? මෙහෙම තියාගත්තොත් මොකක් වෙයිද? What will happen? All the steam come into my face, right? So then we have to think about the safetyness. And children, why we keep this tube like this with the test tube holder? Because if there are something form inside that, so that it can throw out. මොනවා හරි හැදුනොත් protectiveness for our safety, we keep our tube with this position. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
To avoid some damages. Okay. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Teacher, මොනා teacher හැදෙන්නේ?
Right. What that? What formed? So you are asking steam or else the black colored sediments that is resided on the tube.
No, teacher. Steam.
Sorry?
Steam.
Steam, yes. Solid ice convert into liquid water. Finally, it converted into steam or the gaseous state of water. Children, when we keep near to the burner, right? We keep this test tube like this. right? මේ විදිහටයි තියන්නේ, right? So here මේ විදිහටත් තියෙනවා. Here children, this one also correct, right? This way also correct. Why? To avoid damages, right? If something form inside and then so that it can throw out, right? Okay, that is practical things. Okay, right. Okay, right. So children, what would be the observation? What was the observation? Children, you observe that solid ice converted into liquid, furthermore liquid water converted into gaseous water or the water vapor, right? Okay, so then we'll write down the observation. What you saw. මොකක්ද ඔයා දැක්කේ කියන්නේ observation. That means නිරීක්ෂණය. නිරීක්ෂණය. What you saw, right? What you saw. What you saw, right? Here conclusion means what is the reason for your observation? නිගමනය. දැකපු දෙයට හේතුව. නිගමනය.
නිගමනය.
Yeah. Or else, what is the reason? What is the reason? Reason for the observation. Observation. Okay, all right. Now we'll write down in the page number 11. I have given the space for the observation, right? Here observation, we can write down solid ice turned into
what is page?
page number 11. 11. Solid turned into, yes, liquid water. Finally, it turned into water vapor. Water vapor. Water vapor. Right? So what is the conclusion? There are 3 states of water. Right? There are 3 states of water. Here I am writing the conclusion. There are 3 states of water. Water. Yes. When heat is supplied, it changes solid, liquid, and as well as gas. Right? Okay. Tapaya sapaya
Excuse me, madam.
solid, liquid and gases, ice convert into liquid water and then finally it will convert into gas. Okay, gaseous water vapor. Yes, what is the problem you have?
Madam, the screen is not clear.
Screen
What
is
is
not
the-
clear for you?
It is very
All
clear.
of you?
Finish
Clear.
teacher.
Okay, so maybe others screen are clear, ne? Right, so I hope that there may be some internet problems and all these things, and because there are some variations with that the connection also, ne? Right? Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Finish teacher.
Okay. Okay. Finish. All of you have done or still writing? I hope that you are still writing.
Seconds, please, teacher.
Okay, right. Take your time.
I am not finished it.
Okay, that's okay.
I done my work, madam.
I done my work, madam.
Have you done, dear children? Finished? Ivarada vade?
Yes, teacher.
Others also?
Yes, I done, madam.
Okay, right.
Me too, madam.
Okay, right. Okay, children, there's
Done.
another experiment, right? The next experiment, page number 12. Page number 12. Okay? All right. Page number 12,
Okay.
experiment number, 2. Page number 12. Dolosweni pita perla ganna balan. Okay. So children, we are going to search about whether is water vapor available in the atmosphere, right? Children, I am sure that when you are here, you may have seen this incident when you are drinking cool drinks, right? Okay. So here children, for this experiment, right? Right. Okay. Right. So children, for this experiment, we need a glass. We use here a beaker, right? Here we use a beaker here. Once again, I am going to bring this laboratory table. Yeah. Okay. So here children, for this experiment, we need to have a glass. Instead of a glass, I am using this beaker. Right? I am using this beaker. All right, dear children. So here, we need some ice cubes. Right? We need ice cubes. Right? And we need water and we need a piece of cardboard. Right? First of all, what we are going to do, we are going to fill, right, half of this beaker. We are going to fill half of this beaker. Right? And then children, we are going to check whether is there any water vapor outer surface of this beaker. Can you see any water vapor outside of this beaker? Can you see?
No.
Water vapor, can you see?
No.
No, dear
No,
children.
madam.
So, yeah. So
No.
then what I am going to do, right? I am going to add ice cubes, right? I am going to add ice cubes into this water beaker, right? Now I am going to carefully and ice cubes, right? Now I am adding ice cubes. Okay. Now I am going to cover this beaker using a cardboard. Using a cardboard, I am going to cover this, right? Okay. So children, yeah, right. So children, we'll wait about 2-3 minutes, right? We'll wait about 2-3 minutes. What will happen, right? To the surrounded surface of this glass beaker, okay? Some more ice
I'm
cubes.
also doing the experiment, teacher.
Okay. We'll add some more ice cubes. තව ටිකක් වැඩියෙන් දාමු. Right, we'll wait about 1 minute. Okay, children. What you can see here, children, in the outer surface, what you can see if you carefully observe. What you can see, the outer surface.
With small drops
Water
of
vapor.
water.
Can you see here?
Small
Right?
water drops.
Here. Yes. So children, what is the reason for that? Children, because of this ice, children, the temperature reduce, right? The surrounded environment. So then what will happen, children, right? Water vapor in surrounded environment come and resided around this surface of beaker, right? Water vapor available in surrounded environment. So because of that, children, this water vapor cool down, right? Because of this ice. And then it will converted into liquid water droplets, right? Surrounded environment, water vapor available, right? So, you know, children, during our previous experiment, what we did? We supplied heat into ice cubes. When we supply heat into ice cubes converts into liquid water, right? Furthermore, when we supply heat, liquid water converts into gaseous water, water vapor. Now, what will happen when we put ice cubes then water vapor cooled down and then resided on this surface of the beaker by converting that water vapor into water droplets, right? රත් කරනකොට solid ice convert into liquid water converts into gaseous water. When we cool it down, water vapor come back with the liquid state. If you furthermore cool down, it will convert it into solid state. Okay, right? ජල වාෂ්ප නැවත cool කරනකොට liquid water droplets just like this, right? Now you can see here liquid water droplets, right? This water vapor converted into liquid water droplets and resided around this beaker, right? Okay, likewise. Okay, රත් කරනකොට vapor හැදෙනවා, cool කරනකොට vapor liquids වෙනවා. That means, children, this experiment shows that water vapor available in our surrounded environment. Okay, children, right? Okay, so we'll keep this. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. So, children, yeah, we did that method. Now we'll write down this observation in the page number 12. Right? What you observed here, right? Water droplets observed on the surface of the glass or beaker, right? ඔන්නෝක තමයි දැකපු දේ, what you observed, right? Conclusion we can write down water vapor available in our surrounded environment, right? Water vapor available, or we'll write down present. Water vapor is present in surrounded environment. Right? Okay, now quickly write down this observation and conclusion.
I done my work, madam.
Okay.
Finished my work, madam.
Finished my work, teacher. Finished my work, madam. I done my work. Finished, madam. I am finished, teacher.
Right, okay. So, children, now, okay. Now we discuss two experiments and as well as 3 states of water. Okay, right. Right. Children, now we are going to discuss about,
Excuse
right?
me, teacher.
Yes.
I'm still writing.
You are still writing?
Yes.
Okay. Quickly write.
Teacher, I have finished my work.
Okay. All right. So then we'll move with the next. Right. Children, type of the water based on availability. Availability. Right? ඔන්න එහෙනම් මෙන්න මේක please highlight this point based on availability. Please highlight. Right? Please highlight it. I'll use another color. Availability. Types of water based on availability. Right? මොකද during this lesson
Excuse
children,
me,
there
madam.
are- Yes.
Madam, what's the page number?
No need to have the page number right now, right? So page number 4. Turn to the page
Thank you,
number
madam.
4. Okay. Right. Children, availability. Right? In this lesson, children, there are different types of classifications of water. Right? If somebody asks, write 3 types of water based on availability. What is the meaning of availability? පවත්නා ආකාරය අනුව. පවතින ආකාරය අනුව. That means according to the way that we can find water. There are 3 types of water. There are 3 types of water. Right? So children, what's that? What are these 3 types of water? Right? Okay. So here, precipitation, surface water, groundwater. Right? What's that? Precipitation. Precipitation.
Rain.
Precipitation
Rain.
means
Rain.
falling down. Falling down. Precipitation. Right? පතනය වීම. Right? Rain, snow falling,
Hail.
hail.
Sleet.
Yes. Sorry?
Sleet.
Yes. Sleet. Right? All these things are called as precipitation. That means පහළට වැටෙන ආකාරය. Right? So then children, precipitation means the way that falling down. Right? So that is called as precipitated water. Right? Okay. So children, you can see here in my diagram, if you carefully observe children, here you can see, have a look. Here you can see a way of precipitation. Precipitation. Snow, hail, snow falling, hail, raining, right? And then sleet, likewise. Okay? So then these things are falling down, falling down. Right? Surface water. Water available on surface. මතු පිට තියෙන ජලය. Right? So rivers, streams,
Ponds. Ponds.
ponds, lakes, ocean,
Sea.
all these things available on the surface. Surface water. ඔන්න ඒක තව තියෙන ආකාරය. Another type of water based on availability. Groundwater. Children.
Springs.
Yes, springs. Springs means children. When you are digging a well, a pump well also, what we can find finally? We can
Spring.
see that water is coming some places. When we are digging a well, water is coming some places. Right? Why? Because of the presence of
Groundwater.
water springs. ජල උල්පත් තියෙනවා. Groundwater means භූගත ජලය. Those water available ground layers of the earth. Right? So children, based
Teacher?
on the availability, there are 3 types of water. Precipitation, surface water, groundwater. Right? Okay. Okay. Children, in the place, according to the availability, there are 3 types of water. Under that, please write down these 3 points, right? Okay, in the page number 4. Page number 4. Okay? Yes. Who called me? Anyone called me?
ටියුබ්වෙල් වල තියෙන්නේ ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් වෝටර්ද?
Yes, tube wells. How we can get that? We just breaking down kind of a rock or maybe kind of a place in the ground, and then we just take that water out, right? Okay. So then, yeah. So then children, pressurized groundwater available in that, right? Where me pump wells hadaddi, right? So under the ground, children, there are some rocks also, right? And then sometimes water is pressured under the layers of ground. When we dig a well, when we dig a pump well, nalalinda kharaddi, we use that pressure to take that groundwater out, right? Okay. So then if I explain you furthermore, මේව නම් ඇත්තට මෙච්චර වැඩක් නෑ. It is called as artesian well. Pump well නලලින් කියලා කියන්නේ according to engineering, they call it as artesian well. Artesianu ලිඳක් කියලා තමයි ඕකට කියන්නේ, right? Depending on the pressure of groundwater, right? Okay, that much of information is not needed. Okay. Quickly write down these 3 types of water based on the availability.
Done,
This
madam.
one, this one, this one.
Done, madam.
Okay.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
What is the page? Where is
Page
the
number 4. මං කිව්වා නේද page number එක? Page number 4 dear.
Thank you.
Okay.
Finish, teacher.
Okay. Others also? Done. Okay. I hope that others also finish writing.
Oh, madam.
No, some are writing.
Done.
All right. Okay. All right. I hope that
මෙතන තියෙන මොකක්ද කියලා පේන්නේ.
yeah. Okay. Right. So children, types of water based on the availability, right?
Me,
The
madam.
precipitation. Yes. Right.
That words are not clear, madam.
Others, what happened? To others,
Clear,
you can
madam.
clearly see that. Are you
Clear.
clear?
It's very clear.
Teacher, very clear.
Yeah. So Putte,
What is the
don't
page
worry
number?
about. Yeah. Don't worry about that. If there are any connection issues with that, we are uploading for the recording also, right? So then you had better to refer for that also, right? Okay.
Excuse
මොකක්
me,
හරි
teacher.
issue එකක් ඇති, right? Because sometimes if you have a connection issue, sometimes it is blurring, sometimes clearing, right? Okay. So then don't worry about that.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yeah, we are uploading the recording also. Yes.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Is the page number?
Page number, same page, right? Here. Same page here, precipitation. Under
Thank you,
this,
teacher.
okay? Yeah. Precipitation. What are the types of precipitation? Rain, පහළට ලියන්න. Rain, the way that falling. Snow, hail, sleet. Okay, so these are the way that water falling down. පතනය වන ආකාරය අනුව. Precipitation, types of precipitations, these are rain, snow, hail, sleet, right? Hail means just like, some small particles of ice, hails, right? Small particles of ice falling down, right? So not in our country also it is recorded, right? Nuwara district, and right, it is very familiar in India, Nepal, right? Very prominent. Hail stones also. Hail stones means just like ice crystals, not ice crystals, just like ice, actually just like rock particles, these are falling down.
Snowflakes.
Right, yes.
Teacher, there are 5 lines in my
Yeah, no worries. Right? එකක් ඉතින් තිබ්බා ඉතින් right? Okay. Okay, dear children, have you written finished?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, madam.
Okay, you need more time?
teacher.
Okay. Okay, good. Right, the next one, surface water, where we can see surface water. කොහෙදානේ තියෙන්නේ? Where we can see surface
On
water.
the surface of the ocean's ground.
Yes, river,
Ocean.
streams. Yes, streams.
Ocean.
Ocean, right? Where we can see waterfall, pond, right? Lakes, tanks, lakes. ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. Children. Right, yeah. Okay.
Wells.
Wells? ඒක තමයි මම අහන්නේ.
Groundwater.
Yes, dear children. Wells means we just dig it. We dig a well and then find water. Right? නේද? අපි පොළව හාරලා තමයි හොයාගන්නේ. පොළ හැරුවම වතුර එනවද හැමතැනම?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yeah, each and every place can we see water? No. When we dig a well, then we can find water in it because of the presence of springs. Because it categorized under groundwater. Yes, dear, what is the problem?
You know well water, is it dirty?
Well water get dirty. Yes, how it get dirty? Sometimes. සමහර තැන්වල, සමහර පළාත්වල. What is the reason for that? What is the reason for that, children? If you dig a well,
Water pollution.
yes,
Because it
if you
comes.
dig a well near to toilet, near to sanitary geofield, right? කුණු ගොඩක් තියෙන කිට්ටුවක හිතන්න, if you dig a well near to a heap of garbage, near to a toilet, right? Toilet pit, what will happen, children? Through the springs, yes, through the springs, toilet water also, yeah, coming into the well. Then, children, what will happen? Well water get polluted, right? Okay.
Agricultural chemicals.
Yes, agriculture, and near to agricultural fields, if your well is located, then some fertilizers can come, right? We'll discuss these things also, right? Okay. Okay, so groundwater where we can see? We can see in wells, right?
Wells,
Springs.
springs,
Springs means
tube
in
wells,
Sinhala, ulpat. Ulpat. Okay, children, done? Here, children, can you see a pump well? Pump well, we just dig, right? We just dig a small pit-like structure, the pressurized water coming out, right? So then we just take out that water by pumping, right? Okay, pump wells, nulling. Groundwater, we just take it out.
Geysers, madam, geysers.
Sorry,
Geysers.
nicest.
Teacher, he means glaciers.
Okay, can you type it and because sound is not clear from your side?
Excuse me, teacher. He
Yeah.
means glaciers.
So glaciers means what? Glaciers is belongs
Not
to the
glaciers, madam. Not glaciers, madam. I
yeah.
have put it in the chat.
Okay, right. Geysers. So that means that is also kind of a big piece of ice, right? You are thinking then because it is not up to groundwater, ne? Okay.
That
Right.
is also a type of spring, madam. Hot water coming from the ground,
Hot
madam.
water springs, you are telling that. I'll just search and tell
Jesus.
you. Greyers, so yeah, I'll search it and tell you. So first of all, I got the idea about that glaciers like, okay? Right, here children, especially groundwater we can available in wells and the spring, okay? Right. So then we'll move with the next, okay? Type of water based on salinity. What is this? Many of the time
Amount
question
of
paper.
salt.
Yeah, this will ask. So due to that children, please highlight this. Please highlight this. Please highlight that. Based on salinity, there are three types. What are the three states of water? What are the examples for that? What are the three types of water based on the availability and what are the examples? What are the three types of water based on salinity? Salinity. That means amount of salt dissolved in water, right? Salinity means the amount of salt dissolved in water, right? Jalayediyadi ati lunu pramane, lavana pramane, right? So that is salinity means children, lavanatave. Right? How much or what is the amount of salt which dissolved in this water? Right? Okay, children. Children, in the page number 5. Page number 5. Here, page number 5. I have given the space. Please write down this point. Salinity is the amount of salt in water, right? So then, yeah. And then children, write down these 3 types of water. These 3 types of water based on the salinity. Ekat methaniin liyan. Right? Okay. The place that I have given the space.
Teacher.
Teacher. Finish my work, teacher.
Okay.
What is this? Yes.
Right. Okay, dear children. Right. So here, children, I hope that you have written fresh water, marine water, and brackish water. Fresh water means what, children? Right? Here, I am moving with that. Fresh water, children. We can see rivers, wells, and lakes, or the streams, right? And all these things, this fresh water available. Fresh water means, children, meridian, right? So what is the amount of salt? When you are drinking cup of water, right? Are you feeling, oh, can you taste salt
No.
when you are drinking normal cup of water? No, right?
No, ma'am.
So children, that means it includes fresh water. You are drinking fresh water, right? Imagine that if the salt mixed with that water, right? What will be the taste, right? So then children, yeah, ugly nature, right? You cannot drink it. But children, at your home, you are drinking fresh water, right? Why? Because the dissolved salt content is very low amount of salt are there, right? Okay, so children, we just consume fresh water, right? Where we can see fresh water, right? In the place where I have given the space, you can write down where we can see that fresh water in the page number 5, right? So where this fresh water available? Wells, rivers.
In coastal cities, the water is a bit salty, no, madam.
Yes. That is oceans and seas, right? It includes salty water. Here we have fresh water in these things. That's why we consume it.
In coastal cities, we get a little amount of salty taste.
Yeah. Good. Streams. Wells, rivers, lakes, streams. Right? This fresh water is available. Some, pond, right? Some ponds, likewise.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
What is streams?
Streams means dola parawa. Stream, dola. Right? Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Streams, ala dola wal kiyanne streams. Streamlines. Okay. Have you written?
Yes, madam.
Madam,
Yes.
can we write waterfalls?
Waterfalls, yes. Fresh water available. Very good. Anida, okay. Shall I move with the next?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Right. So then marine water, where it is available? Marine water?
Teacher, in the sea. Sea.
Ocean,
Right.
seas.
Sea, ocean, right? What about the salt content? How you feel
Very
that?
high.
Yes,
100%.
very salt in taste, right? So the meaning of this marine water, karadiya. That means high amount of salt dissolved in this water, right? Marine water where we can see ocean, seas, right? So what is the difference between oceans and seas? හිතලා තියෙනවද කවදා හරි?
Ocean is bigger
Pacific
than the sea.
Ocean, Indian Ocean. You
Ocean.
know, yeah, Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean. You may have heard Atlantic Ocean, but where we can see sea, Caspian Sea, Red Sea, right?
South China
Have you
Sea.
heard? Yeah.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Oceans are very large, right? Very large geographical area. ලොකු භූමි පිහිටීමක තමයි සාගර පිහිටන්නේ. Seas are located, actually seas are a bit of small. Red Sea, Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Ratu Muhuda, Kalu Muhuda, Caspian Muhuda. Have you seen that in your maps? Right? When you are analyzing maps for geography, you will observe these things, right? So seas are bit of small. Dead Sea, which is salinity is really high in that water. Dead Sea, Malamuhud, right?
Madam, excuse me.
Dead Sea, yes.
Will we float on the Dead Sea?
Yes. Because why? Because of the
There's
presence
too much salt.
too much salt. Because of that, the density of that water is really high. මලමුහුදේ ඝනත්වය වැඩි. අපේ ඇඟටත් ඇඟේ තියෙන blood වලට වඩා. Rather than our blood, right? So because of that, we can float, right? We can float on that.
Thank you, madam.
Okay. So have you written these things?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Children, next one. Brackish water. එහෙටත් නෑ මෙහෙටත් නෑ. We can of course
Teacher,
cannot categorize as
That is
fresh
a
water.
mixture
Where-
of fresh water
Sorry?
and marine water.
Yes. Right? It
The
shows
place-
the intermediate features of fresh water and marine water. Rather than fresh water, salt content is higher. Rather than brackish water, rather than marine
Marine.
water, salt content is low, right? Rather than marine water, salt content is low. Rather than fresh water, salt content is high. මැද මට්ටමේ කියන එක එහෙටත් නෑ මෙහෙටත් නෑ. Right? Fresh water වලට වඩා ලුණු වැඩි. හැබැයි marine water වලට වඩා ලුණු අඩුයි. The salinity is lower than ocean water but higher than fresh water. Right? So that is where we can see this brackish water. Children, have you seen lagoons? Lagoons have you seen? At
Yes,
the place
madam.
where, yes,
The place where the rivers connect to the sea.
very good. Places where rivers connecting with the sea. We can see lagoons. In Sinhala we called it as kalapu, right? Prawns are caught in these places, right? Lagoons. It mixes this fresh water of river and the marine water with ocean, right? Because of that mixture, it will form brackish water, right? Where it available? In lagoons.
Excuse me,
Look.
teacher.
Yes.
Are there salt on fresh water?
No,
Yeah.
madam.
Sometimes, right? Habai, not much or may not more than marine water, not more than brackish water. Sometimes some salts available in fresh water also. සමහර පළාත්වල තියෙනවා එක එක ලවණ. Some salts are available. As an example, if you been or if you gone Matale district, right? It includes magnesium ions and calcium ions in water, right? Okay, so then it affects for the salinity of that fresh water in Matale, right? ඔය සමහර පළාත්වලට ගියා වතුර කටේ තියන්න බෑ, right? We can't help. Actually, we can't thinking far from drinking, right? බොනවා තියලා හිතා ගන්නවත් බෑ, right? Yeah.
In
What is the
Colombo
reason for that?
Gold.
Yeah, some of the salts, some of the ions dissolved in that, right? Okay, but children, that iron content or that right, the relevant salt content not more higher than the marine water or brackish water. ඒ දෙකට වඩා වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ, right? Okay.
Teacher Matara.
Yes. Near to coastal areas, if you dig a well, you feel that how the nature of that water, right?
Thank you,
Okay.
teacher.
Okay, right. Okay. Right. So, yeah. Right. Children, is water a limited resource, right? Definitely water is a limited resource. Seema sahita sampata. Limited. Seemita
What?
sampata. Limited. Page checker. And the page number, children, here, page number 6, not 6, 7, 7, right? I'll just explain it. Don't worry, there's nothing to write here, right? Water is a limited resource. Have a look, children. Water in seas and oceans, what is the percentage? What is the percentage seas and oceans? 97.41%. 97.41%. Yes. So that means water in seas. But can we consume it?
No, madam. No,
Then
madam.
it is not potable. We cannot drink it. Right? We cannot drink it. Right? So here, children, marine water available 97.41. Very important because in your MCQ question papers, these percentages are asked. Right? If you have a highlight, you can highlight these 3 points, right? Solid water. Solid water means ice and glaciers. In ice and glaciers, it includes 2.58, right? ගොඩක් තියෙනවා ice and glaciers විදියට, right? Near to the polar regions of the earth. Near to the polar regions. Polar region means Drava. Polar regions on the earth, right? Polar region. This is the earth and this is polar regions. Drava. Near to polar regions, we can see glaciers and ice available, right? That percentage is 2.58, right? And then, children, potable water means consumable. Paribojaniya kala haki, right? Consumable. Paribojaniya kala haki. Boneka, kaneka, washing clothes and all these things, right? Okay. Potable water is this one, right? Children, very, very important 3 points, right? Right? Please highlight these things in your TUT page number 7. Page number 7, Nikki. Right? These percentage you can highlight. These percentage. Here. Okay, right. Children, we have 2 experiments to be discussed, right? අපිට තව experiments දෙකක් තියෙනවා. We have 2 experiments to be discussed, and then we have to discuss about water pollution and how we can use water, right? Okay, so then we'll finish that lesson next week, and then if we had the time, we are going to start our fourth lesson also. We'll see, right? Okay, Ekanang, it is not up to your first term, right? Okay, we'll see with the time period what we are going to do, right? Okay, I'm going to wind up here for a while. Children, keep it in your mind. You have paper discussion also. The time will be announced for you, right? And then I'm going to wind up here for a while. So children, I hope that you gain a lot of knowledge today. I'm going to stop. Good night. Have a nice week. Stay safe.
teacher.
Good night. God bless you. Bye.
Good night, madam.